boss said no shorts. I work at an office that sells bulk goods to businesses that use them, like retail outlets etc. Our office doesn't usually have a strict dress code, but we recently got a new boss, asshat, who is quite literally the stick up my ass. He's constantly yelling at everyone about basic shit, like punching in a minute or two late/early, or being a word or two off the script during outbound/inbound calls. Dealing with him in general has made me hate the job more. As it's getting hotter, I've been wearing khaki shorts to work for the past few days, which is something I've always done for the past few years and nobody has confronted me about it before, so I figured nothing would change this year. But boy was I wrong. About halfway through my shift, this boss comes to my desk and realizes I'm wearing shorts, and is visibly annoyed. He mutters something under his breath and goes back to his office. An hour later I was called into his office, where he proceeded to berate me about breaking dress code.
He was fuming, and ended the meeting with, "From now on you follow dress code to the book, or you're fired." Say no more, boss. That night I went home and read up on the dress code rules. There was in fact a rule against shorts, so I was annoyed, but kept on. And then I found it. There is no rule preventing males to wear skirts/kilts. Here's where I devised my plan. I immediately ordered a pink and white striped kilt online, as well as matching knee-high socks and shirt. There was no rule stated in the dress code against any of this, surprisingly. About a week later the clothes arrived, and here is what ensued the following work day. I walked in, wearing my new pink business outfit, and immediately the whole office is staring at me, and the boss who came in to cover another boss's shift in the morning was beat red in the face, and yelled at me to come in his office. He goes on a 10-minute rant about how I'm a useless employee, and that he's going to fire me for not following the dress code to a T.
I simply stated I am in dress code. I urge you to read the employee handbook. He ended up reading the whole thing in front of me, and I could see him getting more and more angry as he realized I didn't break any rules. I asked him, "Am I free to go back to work?" And he looked at me with a death glare, muttered something under his breath and waved me off.
Where I used to work had a similar rule, but women were allowed to wear capris, shorts that sat below the knee. One coworker came in, male, wearing shorts because it is hot. Like 80. In our work area, I am in capris, as is another female worker. He got told off. His shorts were nearly covering his knees. So next day he shows up in the same shorts but has stitched some black bands around the bottom so they were around the same length as the shorts I had on. Damn straight I pointed out that his were the same length as mine, so why wasn't I being sent home? 2. Well, they couldn't do that because no one would be running the returns. LOL. Rules were then changed to allow guys to wear below knee shorts as well. Kilt was suggested to other male coworkers too, cuz it's wrong. Guys should be allowed to wear shorts. I worked with this one guy at Walmart for a while. Our dress code then was shorts had to cover the knees. But he's really tall, 6 feet 8 inches, and slender build. So instead of trying to find shorts that fit, he decided to order some kilts. Management threw a fit as they didn't think he could do that. He's half Scottish, so hold on. And tried to challenge him based on ethnicity. He brought in his actual family seal and paperwork to the asshat that tried to challenge him. Then proceeded to open door, all the way to corporate. That manager no longer works for Walmart and is not eligible for rehire even as a cart pusher.
I worked in a call center where shorts were forbidden. One hot summer, management finally caved and allowed shorts. The new rule lasted about a week thanks to one guy in tight bike shorts.
By all means, please share the photo in the kilt.
Why do places put these types of people in charge? Why are they always yelling? Are they that sad? Like shorts at an office where you're just taking calls? WTF kind of shit is that?
So, boss, would you like me to calculate how much company time and money you just wasted with your little tantrum?
Oh man, dress codes are such a touchy subject for me because I hate office clothes and I kind of pushed boundaries sometimes. Glad I WFH now and work in my PJs half the day. Years ago though, I worked front desk at a small clinic where I was the only female. I used to wear tank tops and shorts during the summer because we didn't have AC. Just a box fan at the door. At one point another lady was hired on, but she was much older and overweight. At that point I was talked to about what I was wearing. These clothes look great on you. However, we don't want others to think that they can also dress this way. Damn. A couple of years ago, a subway system in one of the Scandinavian countries had a heat spell and the rules for drivers were pants, skirts, and didn't specify gender. After some male drivers were disciplined for wearing shorts, they showed up in skirts. TPTB were smart and changed the dress code to allow for shorts. I bet Asshat would have changed it to be gender specific, which, of course, would likely also get him in trouble. Quote. Quite literally the stick up my ass. That's at least sexual harassment. And quite possibly assault, depending on the degree of consent you shared with him. Nice kilt-related malicious compliance. I could see my husband doing something like that. I worked in a large DIY store for a few years. We had no AC and the building was effectively a huge metal shed. So the few days per year the UK actually gets hot, it would be even worse inside. Since it was getting so hot, a few people, mainly those in the garden center, stood in the sun all day. Started coming in shorts. Management complained and said they couldn't as it wasn't allowed in the dress code. A few days later and most of the staff were in shorts. They decided it wasn't worth the argument and just left us to it. They couldn't argue it was from a safety point as skirts were allowed. There was talk of coming in skirts if they put their foot down regarding the shorts, which might have helped twist their arm.
It's unprofessional to be comfortable while at work. Unamused face.
My job doesn't have a defined dress code, but I set myself a rule. I can wear shorts when the forecast is for 90°F or above. Today's forecast is for 94°F. So shorts it is. And it AAALLLLLL started with no shorts in middle school. Face with rolling eyes. Same happened to a kid I was in school with. They rewrote the handbook twice while I was in high school. Rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing. First no earrings on guys. Then no wording on shirts. Logos had to be approved or guys in skirts. Face with rolling eyes, the 80s. Open mouth smile. I did that at GameStop. My DL, district manager, said we had to wear long pants. So I asked about skirts for women and she said it was okay. Then I asked about kilts and she said she would have to check on it. But she never did. I asked the new DL after we had some restructuring and he said it was fine. Got some weird looks and one wannabe gangster Custaguest was personally offended and called me some names to show his ignorance. I just had to stay off the ladders when we were stocking shelves. I'll never understand that a company whose employees never see the public have a strict dress code. I mean, usually the dress code's meant to ensure a professional appearance. You're sitting behind a desk with no public-facing role? Who cares what you're wearing? Within reason. I used to work for a very large insurance company whose corporate offices are actually locked down during the day, and they had the strictest dress code I've ever seen. In the 1990s, a woman couldn't wear socks with their slacks. It had to be hose. Who cares about socks? Good for you, I loved it. Bonus points for the matching kilt, socks and shirt. Okay sign. The fuck is wrong with wearing shorts anyway? Good on you op. Another option would be to learn how to sew. Make some chiffon pants and see where they take it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.